Hey guys, and welcome back. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to Crafting with Lola and Oscar. Here with another beautiful card from the new Crafter's Companion collection that's called Bethlehem. And if you hopefully you watched the previous video that I just put up this week, actually yesterday, making this beautiful card with the collection. It was the light up box card. Hopefully you did. If you haven't had a chance to go watch that, you're definitely going to want to see how I made this card. But today, what I wanted to do is we're going to go to the next card, which is going to be way more hands-on than the last card that I made. So first I wanted to kind of go over some of the things that we're going to be using from the collection. Now, if you want to know what if you want to know what's in the entire collection, go back again and watch this video, the video showing how I made this card. And at the end of the demo of this card, you will see the entire collection, which actually papers, the dies, and so forth. I'm not going to do that today because I don't want to be redundant. Today, what I want to do is show you what I used to make the card that we're going to finish up today. So from the collection, again, we're going to use that beautiful die. What is this thing called? It's called the Bearing Gifts die. So we're going to use this die again, which I absolutely love. We'll use that die. We're going to use a stamp from this stamping collection called Joyous Sentiments. Okay, so we're going to be using this stamp right there, which I think it's really cool. It's kind of funny because when I saw it on the carrier, I was like, okay. But then when I stamped it, I was like, oh, I really like that. So we're going to use that stamp. Then we're going to use Little Town of Bethlehem dies. We're going to use one of them, the smaller die. I think it's the smaller one. So this is like 4 dies. 1, 2, 3. Well, actually, it's more than 4, but it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, actually. And I think there's stars in here too, so maybe 8. Let me see what the package says. No, oh, good Lord, I'm so off. It's 12 pieces. Yeah, it's 12. It's 12 in there. Okay. Well, either way, I'm just going to be using this die right here for this particular project. And then also, what you're going to be, now you don't have to do this, but I am absolutely horrible at matting and layering. I don't know about you, but I can use it. I cannot draw a straight line with a ruler. Excuse me for just a minute. So, a couple of months ago, Crafter's Companion came out with these new matte and layering dies. They have ones that are 7 by 5. I should say, I guess 5 by 7. And then they have some that are 6 by 6. But for this project, I'm going to use this die. Okay. So I'm going to be using the 2 dies, one for the solid color, the larger die, and then this one here. So you'll need to do that. Now, again, you don't have to, but I'm just saying if you want to use those dies, and if you have them, they do make life a little bit easier, let me tell you. Also for the project, you're going to want to have some opaque ink, pigment ink, because I'm going to have done some embossing. I've done that in advance because I didn't want the video to be too long. So some things I've done in advance, but we're going to actually be putting the card together. But I wanted to take the time to tell you what I've used. So I'm using some Harmony black opaque ink, which is used for embossing. So this is opaque ink, gives you the color, right? And all you use is clear embossing powder. So you don't have to have all those different color embossing powders or something. I don't know. I remember, I'm going to tell you a little fun fact here. When these ink pads first came out, I couldn't understand what was happening. I couldn't get, okay, what does this mean? What does this do? It took me a minute, but I got it now. So the color is in the ink. Anyway, you're going to need this, as well as maybe some type of pen. And I'm going to show you. And these are some fine liner pens. And I'll show you what I did with that in a minute. Of course, you'll need some double-sided tape and or glue. Acetate, remember, you'll need acetate for that die like we did the other one. And then also, let me give you the base measurements. So the base of the card, much like just like the one that we did before, It is, and I'm gonna put it on the table here so you can see. So I've already done some work to the card already to expedite time. But the card is 7 by 16. Okay, and just like the one before, the blue card, just like the one before, you want to have a 1-inch spine. So the easiest way to do that is score it at 5, at 6, and then at 11, and then that's how you're going to get your flap over, and just like that. Okay. All right. So also, what you're going to need is if you have some nesting dies, I use some nesting dies for this one here, which we'll come back to. And then this was one of the nesting dies that I use. Now, remember a few minutes ago I said you need a pin. So what I've done with this pin is these are stitch dies. And so what happens is with these dies, it just gives you a little stitch all the way around the edge of the die. And this is another fun fact. I did not know, and I never could understand. I said, okay, how did they get the color around? Well, this is how you do it. You take your pen, and then you just go and you hit all those little doodads like that. Because I used to see this a lot where people would do it on white card, then they would take a black pen and put the stitching around. I was like, what? How did they do that? How do they do that? So that's how that's done. All right, so that's what the pen is for. So we don't need that anymore. Now let's see what else. Oh, and then there's going to be a little, I don't know even what I want to call this, but you'll see what I'm going to do with it, because you'll need a piece of paper. I guess this is the best way to explain it for right now. And then when I put it together, you'll see what I've done. So you'll need a piece of paper that is 1 5/8 by 4 3/4. And then you just score it every 1/2 inch. So every 1/2 inch. And then you do the Constantina thing. Boom, boom, boom. I've got some double-sided tape on this side and some double-sided tape on this side. And then you're going to see what I do with that in just a minute. All right. So let's go back to the... oh, you know what? Yeah, and then let me explain this piece of paper. Let me explain this right here. These pieces, and these are all the pieces for the card. Okay, so I'm gonna put this all like this. I think so. Sometimes it takes me a minute to kind of explain what when you're doing a video, you be like, okay, I gotta talk this through. I can't use a script. All right, so this is all the paper. This is everything that's gonna actually be that I'm gonna be using to finish up this card. I think we have everything. So again, remember I told you we needed this die. So what I've done is to give it a shadow, I've cut it out twice in white, layered it up, get just a little teeny shadow, and you can even see that. And then in the back, because I wanted to sit up a little bit, I used some foam. So I've got 2 layers of foam on there. And then I have some teeny little foam pads just on some of the intricate parts. So this is that. Again, we talked about this already. It's embossed using that pigment ink, okay? And you might or might not can see, it looks shiny, of course, because it was embossed, but it also has a little sparkle to it. And if you ever want to put any sparkle to your embossing powder, the easiest way to do that is put some clear glitter in embossing powder, and then you can get that little, I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but oh yeah, there we go. See, it has a little sparkle to it also. And that's how you can get that really cool glitter effect. This die, like I said before, is not in the collection. Okay, this is a die from just one of my Christmas collections from Crafter's Companion. All right, let's see. And we didn't talk about this. Again, this is using some nesting dies again. And then here is an absolutely adorable stamp, which I just told you that is in the collection, and again I embossed that. So I love that. And I went around the edges with some gold ink. So that's what that is, some metallic ink. I just kind of went around to kind of give it a little aging. All right, so we have that there. And then we've already talked about this. And then here is one of the mats and the layers. As I was showing you before, how I used the nesting dies. Remember the nesting dies? So the nesting die, the larger one is for the gold, and then this one I use for the printed. All right, so that's that. So this is the other one that's going to be, and it's about 4. Let me see. I measured it at about about 4.5. No, more than 4.5. Let's see. no, about 4 3/4. I think it's about 4 3/4 by 6 3/4, give or take. And this is optional, and that's just that gold edge that goes around like that. All right. All right, and then I was messing around with this, and can't hold. Sometimes you use this is gonna work out well, and you'll see in a minute. This is that embossing folder, but you'll never see this until you flip it over, and which actually I think I still may put something on it because it looks kind of crazy. So don't pay no attention to this right here. All right, so these are all the elements. Make sure I have everything that I need to finish up this project. So let's move the glass mat so we don't get all the glare. And then we're going to put this beautiful card together. And again, thank you for all the new subscribers. The people have been watching the videos, just liking the videos, and all that good stuff. All right, so here we have our, let's see if I can, it's one of the things that's kind of bad is that when it's matted, okay, there we go. I think that's better. When it's matted, it's kind of hard to see. All right, so remember, oh, and another thing you want to use, I used some Velcro to close it. Now remember on the other one I had, I used a magnet, but this one I just used a little piece of Velcro to close this one. So we have this one all set. Okay, so the first thing what I want to do is I'm going to go ahead, I think, and do this side first. Okay, this one would go here. Excuse me. So now here's what I want to do. I'm going to make it so that, because remember when you close this up, you don't want to see words. I don't want to see anything behind here, but I still want to be able to have a message on here. So my idea was to take something so that you could flip it up, okay, and then the message would be underneath here. But then it was like, well, that's kind of boring. There's nothing to put here. So what we're going to do first of all is that I'm going to take this piece right here. Move this out because it's just blinding me. I don't know about you. And I'm going to take this, and I wanted to put this on. I'm going to put this on here like this. And I didn't want it just to be flat. I kind of wanted to have some dimension. So I'm going to go ahead and take the double-sided tape off of here. Okay, and hopefully I can get it off with a little teeny, oop, I think I got it. Sometimes these little suckers are so hard to get off. Ooh, man, I just hurt my finger. All right. Yeah, so we're going to take this off of here like that. Just like that. And I know y'all tired of hearing me talk about my finger, but I will be glad when it heals up because it is just really not a pretty situation. All right, and we're going to put this down at the bottom. And I've cut it so that it will, come on now, be still. You can't talk when you're trying to do stuff like this. You just can't talk, Cheryl. Now, hopefully that's over. I have a feeling it's not over far enough. This may end up being a problem, and it may not. Okay, so we'll just push it in a little bit. All right, and I'm going to stick this down. So we still have a little dimension on it, and I think that's really, so you still have a little dimension. See on that? That's pretty cool. All right, so we have that part there like that. And then what the whole idea of this is we're going to bring the card back in. Okay. And I think, let me see if I got this right. What I wanted to have. Yeah, this goes underneath here, and then this is one that's going to go on here. Yeah, that's what it was. All right. So now what I want to be able to do is have this here. Oh, I know, that's what it was. I knew it was something. So I took the Silent Night die. I knew I made this for something. So I cut this out twice and I doubled it up to give it a little dimension as well. And so I'm just going to just put this on here slightly. Now I use some dotty tape instead of glue because ain't nobody got no time for that. This tape here is what I use to put on the back of this so it should stick. Now I did it a day or so, so it may not stick perfectly, but we're going to, hopefully it will Is that about right? Okay. Hopefully it'll stay on there. It may not stay perfectly. I might have to end up, uh, you know, pulling it off and actually still using glue because it did dry a little bit. So we have this on here like that. Ta-da! Now this, what I want to do is I want to be able to lift this up and see the message underneath. Okay, and by creating this little doodad, that's how we're going to get that. So this will be glued to the top here like this. Okay, and then this piece will come down like that. Okay, now here's the deal. The first thing I want to do is I want to glue it onto my piece of paper first and then put it onto the card because I want to make sure that I want to make sure that I bring it, I don't want it to be too far down because I'll be in the hurt locker. So let's see, this piece is going to glue here. And I want to be able to lift up. Now hopefully I got this right. Oscar, Oscar has been crying all day. I don't know what. My dog has been whining literally all day. I have done everything. I've given him every privilege there is to have. And he has literally been whining all day. All right, so we have that there. And I'm just going to smush a little bit. And then this part is going to go. Oh, Lord. Lola, did you? I did it upside down. Oh, did I? I did. I put the wrong edge on. Take it off quick. Rack 'em, smack 'em. Okay. Y'all don't pay no attention. And another times what I do is I'm experimenting. So I'm sorry. No, I did have it on right. Oh man. Okay. Put another piece of tape on there. Y'all didn't see that. Y'all didn't see it, okay? You're like, Lola, but we did. I'm gonna put another piece of tape on there. And then I gotta figure out why Oscar is crying so much. Because he's been taking me downtown, man. I don't know what's wrong with my little dog. And it's not like he's sick or nothing. He's just been whining literally all day. If he's not sleeping, he's whining. And it's not like he's whining because he's sick or anything. Because most of the time when Oscar doesn't feel good, like most dogs, they won't eat, right? So it's not anything like that. All right. So we have, try that again. I don't know what all right. Because I want it to flip up, right? All right. So, try this. I think I better do it like this, y'all. All right. I know it looks a little bad, but you're going to get the idea. And then you know what? The thing with it is, a lot of these cards and stuff that I make like this, my first one isn't always perfect anyway. As you're going to see, because I want to show you, I've got to figure out how to, this is a big thing on this card is how to make this perfect without messing up this matte layer. Because every time you run it through the machine to cut it, especially when you're doing shiny paper, it always ends up getting marred. All right, so now, okay, so I don't want this to go down below, so I'm going to have to, and I'm going to scrunch it like this, but at the same time, I want it to kind of still be at the bottom. You see what I'm saying? I want it to be even between here and here, right? Between here and here. And when I put this down, and then I also want to make sure I'm able to close it. All right, so let me make sure I'm able to close it, which I can with the foam. All right, and then I'm going to just put my head in here to make sure it's... Oscar, stop crying. All right, I think that's about it. All right, so, of course, I got to take the tape off and then line it up again. All right, so we'll take the tape off, squish it together, make sure that it's even. On all sides, which is a little challenging. hope this is right. May not be perfect. And I'm just going to press down like that. All right. All right, so now that goes like that. And when you close it, it should be fine. All right, we're just testing. Okay, perfect. Look at that. All right, so now we have that done. So now when a person opens up the card, even if you want the card to sit up and display, on display, and I'll do like that, it has a little, it's really neat because it still has this little thing here. And then we're going to put the rest of everything together. So let's go ahead and put the rest of the card together. All right. So I'm going to flip this open now. Now, again, I really ain't a fan of that. So I'll probably get another piece of paper at some point like this and then just cover it up later. And all this will be covered up too. So you don't see all that ugliness. But for right now, I want to be able to put the message here underneath that. All right. Yeah. So you can use, now I'm going to just use double-sided tape instead of glue because you start messing around with glue and shiny paper and it just gets to be just a mess. So for the purpose of this video, I'm going to just use some double-sided tape. Okay, and we don't need a lot. But this is a different concept. Again, like I said, I like to kind of make stuff and then kind of come up with something creative. Instead of just doing plain, just plain cards. I think, I want to say kinetic. Is that the word I want to? I've heard people use that word. But it's horrible when you be using words that don't be using words if you don't know what they mean, y'all. So, don't do that. But I think that's the word I want. Connecticut? No, that's a state. Wait. Oh, wait a minute. Not Connecticut. I just had kinetic. Kinetic. I think that's it. Or dimensional. I don't know. I'm going to have to Google them words. Maybe I'll put the definition in the description or something when I finish this video. All right, so this goes here, like so, and it doesn't. You don't need anything else. This is fine that it's on the gold. It's all right. So we'll put that right underneath there. I think we got it centered fairly decently. Is it crooked, y'all? Is that crooked? Oop, wait. Let's see. Up a little bit. Could have been over a little bit more. But I think that's fine. That's fine. All right, so that message goes there. Okay. Then you have the cute, again, you have this here. And then last but not least, we have our mat that goes here for the third page. And then we have this absolutely adorable, which again, I love the stamp. And this little stamp would go here. All right, so let's go ahead, and I am going to use some glue for this one because I'm going to need it to move around a little bit. And I want to make sure I have it lined up correctly. Again, if you love what you see me doing, please like, share, subscribe to the channel. Share it with your friends. Let folks know what I'm doing here, what I've been doing, what I'm trying to do. It's like I should be called the honest crafter. Because a lot of times when people do videos and stuff, and you want your best foot or face or whatever you got, you want that to go forward, right? You don't want people to see you making a mess, because if you make a mess and you make mistakes, people are gonna be like, they don't even know what they're doing. Well, honey, I'm not the one. I'm the crafter that makes mistakes and everything. So, y'all, it may not be perfect. All right, so now I want to put this. So my point was, if y'all have some friends that are crafty friends and y'all need a little humor in your craft room, subscribe to Crafting with Lola and Oscar, because you're going to see me doing some stuff, honey. All right, so we're going to go ahead and put this one down. And I want to make sure that it is, first of all, even. Okay. Excuse me. I got a bug. Not literally a bug. It just suddenly I got the coughing spirit, y'all. All right. So is this going to fold? Yeah. All right. And the one thing I love about this Carlisle glue is that you put, when you glue, and see how you get a lot of time to move everything around to get it lined up. If you use Elmer and all them other jokers, no offense, Elmer, please don't nobody. Oh my gosh, you're sitting there. Ain't nobody trying to get sued. My point is, just use glue that is, something like this. I don't even know. This is called Carlisle glue, and I don't know what the word is that makes it movable, and then it takes a minute for it to dry. But when it dries really nice and hard too. All right, so let's see. We got that there. I want to make sure this is going to fold good. All right. Yep. Okay, so and then the last thing that we need to do was to put on this beautiful little, I used some, again, nesting dies for this as well. And then I just edged around the inner circle, as you can see, with some gold pigment ink. I didn't emboss it. I just left it alone. But the actual stamp I did emboss it. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and use my glue again, because I don't want to use tape, because I want to make sure I have this centered as perfect as I can. So we're just going to use glue on this. I love this paper. I think this has just been this is a really pretty collection. I have a lot. I think I have, no, I don't have all of the collections, but I have a good number of these Christmas collections. As you guys may recall, Crafter's Companion did a collection called Nativity, and that was beautiful as well. And then this was called Bethlehem. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on, get it nice and centered as best as possible. Top and bottom, front. Can you believe that? Cannot be right. What? Get out of here. I would have loved to put this on ink on pads, but you can't, because it's not, the card won't close. So I think that looks pretty doggone good, considering, working with me. Yeah, that looks, I'm pretty proud of myself. So I'm gonna, wait a minute, let's see. Oh, sorry, that's somebody saying thank you for a card I sent them. And I can't reach the phone, so the phone went off. All right, so I want to just hold it down there for a minute. And then that is the card. That is the card. So everything should close up nicely. Everything should close up nicely. You might have to push that down a little bit. And remember, I have a little bit of just a small piece of Velcro, double-sided, Velcro on here. And then it's not, and I don't have it going all the way to the edge. I just kind of have it doubled like that. I don't know if you can see that. All right, and I'll just hold that down. And then here's your little card. And it's all finished. I love it. All right, so here's the card. So let's pop it open again with the, has a little Velcro. Now I should have maybe put a little tab there, but I think it's okay. And we open it up. And then we have our little part that just slides down. See how it just slides down? And again, if you want it to sit up, if you want it to be like a little mantelpiece, it'll tilt. And it'll sit up really nicely like that. Now, sorry, you can't really see it. Let me see. And then also, remember, it'll just flip open. And then you have your other sentiment in here. Now, the last thing I want to do, and I think I will do that, is cover this up. So I think that is it, y'all. Yeah, so that looks 100% better. 100% better. And then even, it's still not staying glued, but it will glue down. Now, even with this like this, you can still put another white thing right here. Like I could get another piece of white paper, make it nice and pretty. Let's see, I had, what happened to, okay. Just hypothetically, if you wanted to turn this over to match, say, because what happened was I tried it once and I kind of overstamped, so I had to do it again so it looked nicer. So you can still take the same stamp and then put one right here And then, still use your pen. Remember how I used the pen to go around the little edges? Let me show you what I did with that. So I use this little pen here, and all those stitch areas, I just simply went around. See those the little openings, and I just went over it with the pen. So you could go back and cut you another one, same size, and put it right here. And then literally, if you wanted to put a personal message, you could put a personal message right there as well. Okay? But that is it for this card. Crafter's Companion Bethlehem Collection, card number 2. I hope that you liked it. It's just getting it to now. So I wanted to, once it glue, it'll stay in place. All right, so there we go. So we'll sit that like that, and I'm gonna go ahead and keep it closed so the glue will, it'll glue, and then little piece of Velcro, and there's your project. Yay! I hope you like it. So we've done this card here. Remember we did the light up card here with the collection. We've done the light up card with the collection. And then we've also done, not we, me. Why do people say that? I do not know, honey. This card right here, which my little Three Kings message got out to. Ooh, all right, we'll put that right. And then I've done this card here. So those are the 3 cards so far I've done. I'm working on a few more cards, but the next video, the next video that you will see, I'm going to be using these new dies from Crafter's Companion, which I absolutely love them. Now one says Snow, Joy, and Joelle, but I'm going to be doing the, this is supposed to be easel card. Why ain't working? Yo, why my stuff not working? Okay, there we go. All right, so I'm going to be using these dies here. With the decoupage, and this will be the next video that you will see on the channel, me making some cards, if I can get the thing to sit up right. Okay, there we go. There we go. So that's coming up next on Crafting with Lola and Oscar. So thank you guys for watching. God bless you. And where is he at? Oscar, you want to come say hi? Here. Now he growling. This little thing has been acting up all day, and I don't know. Here, come here. You better not bite me. I got his toy and he ain't. Here. Come here. Come say hi. No. Come here. Come. Oops. I ain't trying to drop you. You want to say hi to everybody? Let me move my stuff because I didn't work too hard on it. Y'all want to say hi to Oscar? Oscar. Ooh, don't mess up. Let me see if I can get him to, wait. Tell me in this video camera, honey. I ain't trying to let y'all see my crafty. Oh, sorry. This tripod, this video camera. Oh, there we go. Y'all can see Oscar. You want to say hi? You don't need to see me, because I do not look 100%. Puppy, turn around. No. Look at the camera. Look. Say hi to everybody. Say hi. He's just freaking out because he's on this. Look up there. Look up. You see the rabbit? You see the rabbit? Look at the rabbit. Where's the rabbit? Where's the rabbit? Bunny, see the rabbit? Look up here. You see the rabbit? Okay, bye guys. Take care.